Warning, the following podcast is intended for immature dads only. Listener discretion is advised. This is Dad's Game Review, the most casual hardcore gamers around. Reviews and news from every platform. We waste our time so you don't have to.
What's up, kids? Welcome to another episode of Dad's Game Review. I'm Paul Squilacci, and I'm joined, as always, by...
Uh-oh. No. Wait, what? Wait, what?
By this guy. No.
I'm always waiting for it. I'm ready to take your punch. Come on, man.
Fine. Josh is what happens when you mix big dick confidence with absolutely no plans whatsoever.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Move your mic up over your shoulder a little bit. It's doing that flicker thing that we've been getting complaints about. Up, not down, not over. Up. There you go. All right. So yeah, we're trying to fix the video. It's always driven me nuts that he's had this like flashing on our video recording. So we've adjusted the mic. We think the sound's still coming through okay. If there's any issues, tell us on YouTube. And then we're currently having like an internet issue with like video sketching and stuff. So, if all else fails, don't look at us and just listen to the video podcast.
Right,
okay.
Just listen to it in the background.
You don't need to see our faces. Come on.
Right.
All right.
So I paused there because I wrote this joke, and it was like an amalgamation of something I heard on a TV show, and I thought, oh, that would be funny if I said that, like more towards you.
Oh no, totally. I guess I could be accused of that.
Thanks for coming to Joke Writing Masterclass.
He's the comedian, you guys. I'm just the joke. He's the comedian.
Anyway, how was Thanksgiving?
It was actually really good because it was simple. We didn't do anything crazy, but since my wife's dad died in 2018 around the holidays, we just have not celebrated the holidays. And I've tried the last couple of years. I organized things. I made food. I bought gifts for people, and nobody participated. I got stood up on Christmas last year. So I was like, shit, are we going to do this again? Like, I can't take this anymore. I want holidays. I grew up without holidays. Yeah. So it turns out we had my brother came over. I invited him. My nephew came, sister, mother-in-law, and so yeah, my brother and we kind of lost touch over my years in addiction, and we've kind of reunited since then. And so we sat around, we played video games. We played Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and kicked each other's ass for like 2 hours. And we played a first-person shooter that's a Doom-inspired game called Proteus that he fell in love with because he loves old-school shooters like Doom. So.
Oh, wow.
We had a good time overall, and food was good, but I'm intermittent fasting right now, so I got really full really fast and didn't get to pig out. It was over in like a few bites. I'm like, fuck.
Can I tell you something that I've been since you bought me this Atari for Christmas, I've been infatuated with looking up games like to buy and stuff like that. I want to find them personally. I want to find them in a thrift store. And be like, oh fuck yeah! But it turns out thrift stores are throwing them away. They're not putting Atari consoles or games out.
No.
They're putting out Wii games.
Yeah, you see a lot of Wii and 360 in thrift stores. I used to do the thrift store circuit.
Yeah, and it just didn't whatever. So anyway, lately I have been infatuated with homebrew groups. Did you know that there's a Doom for 2600? There's.
This is what I'm talking about. This is one of the reasons why I got that for you. I wanted you to. You said you want to collect games for things you love.
It's that's why fascinating to me.
You can play 2600 and 7800 on that console I got you, and so now you can.
This coming in the mail.
Yeah, you can go out and just get random things that people have made and still play them on an old school console with joysticks and shit. Yeah. So like that was my motivation for getting that for you.
I'm just fascinated that that's a thing. Like that somebody sat down and said, I want to see what Myst would look like on the Atari 2600.
I have a few homebrew games for Dreamcast. I have a Castlevania that's unfinished that never released, but I have a way to play it, and it's crazy. There's a few other things. Somebody gifted me a homebrew game that's sitting over there from a couple weeks ago. I don't even know what it's for.
It wasn't Dead Mouse, was it?
Oh yeah, I saw that today. I was like, what the shit? Atari's advertising that there's a Dead Mouse game that you can play.
It's an actual game. It's an actual game.
Like what?
Yeah, I know. I thought it was like maybe he was trying to get some like 8-bit sounds or something, and he made a card.
Oh, it totally could be like Sid style of music, huh?
Yeah, like some.
I like Dead Mouse, honestly. I used to listen to him all the time, but forever.
Oh, really?
Been forever.
Um,
And your Thanksgiving, what happened with that? So you, oh no,
Nothing.
tell me more about your collecting though. I want to know more. What are you doing? What are you buying?
Oh, so I bought this game that supposedly missed on the 2600s.
So is it going to be just as confusing as the real one?
It's gonna be horrible. It's
Yeah,
gonna be horrible. Like
probably.
you're not gonna know what's what. Like I saw like little clips of it, and I saw like the books and the thing. I see. I'm the guy that's like, I want to keep this on the shelf until somebody goes, "Is that missed?" Like,
Well, that's what I said when I was scrolling across and saw. I've seen Halloween and I've seen or no, there was some Halloween type game that was made for the new Atari cartridges, and then there was
right, right,
the Dead Mouse, and I'm like, that
yeah,
is
yeah,
wait, what's happening here? And then it made sense. They've re-released all these retro consoles and stuff, and you can play the games. So let's produce more freaking games.
right, right. So I just been on a hunt for them lately. I just like the town I work in is an old town. Like we're talking like old, like San Luis missions, like missions and stuff, right? It's
Hmm.
been there for however long, right? And there's got to be like 7 thrift stores there. And I know that if I walk into these, I know there is a slim chance that they will have old stuff like Atari,
Dude, it's fun. It's that's one of the big things that I'm in the game collecting realm and
you
stuff,
know?
and people love going out on Saturdays and hitting up thrift stores and yard sales, and it blows my mind some of the shit they come back with because I've
Oh
never
yeah,
seen that crap,
yeah.
or
My
even
dad,
GameStop finds in other places that you're like, how did you find that in a GameStop? Like what?
right? Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's a matter of getting lucky is really all it is,
Yeah, it is, but that's the excitement of it. What am I going to find today? That's why there's people out there that love searching and going doing that kind of stuff.
One of the one of said thrift stores had Joust, the stand-up arcade Joust
Yeah, I used to play the
in
arcade
the
one.
back,
I remember
and
it was at
they
a
were
pizza
selling
place.
it for
Yeah.
$600, and I was like, I have to have this. Like I just,
I've always wanted a pinball machine in my garage, and it may happen eventually. I've got a room
yeah.
now, so. But how was
But
your Thanksgiving though?
I was good. We didn't really do much. Like there's friends from work, but they got their own families to deal with and stuff. So it was just me, my wife, and my 4 girls, and we just cooked and cleaned the entire time. Just cooked and cleaned.
That's
We
enough. That's
made
6 people. We had 6 people. You had six
we
people, but
made yeah we made so much food that it's like, who is going to eat all this food? It was just like, because so we opened up, like we went to Amazon Fresh and we bought like nobody really likes turkey in the house. I'll eat it, I don't care.
it's fine.
um but nobody really likes turkey, so we bought these little packs of turkey. And Dina, and then my wife comes to me and she goes, I opened it and it smells like somebody died in this package. We're gonna have to get something else. So I'm in like Stater Brothers or one of the grocery stores, and she's like, just get a steak. So I I go
Why
to the
not?
butcher, and there's like nothing left because everybody had the same idea of like different meats and steaks. And I bought this huge ass London broil,
London broil. That's such a cheap cut of meat. I do that when I'm poor. I
and
just buy London broil.
maybe it was like top
It's
sirloin London
fine though. There's
broil
nothing
because
wrong with it. It's just kind
it
of
was,
dry if you don't cook it right. Like,
yeah, and
yeah.
it's just like it was like $36. Like
Oh,
I can't
Jesus Christ. I get it
like
cheap. I get 4.99 a pound.
no, this was like 6.99 a pound, and I came home and I said, well, here's the steak, and she's like, are you fucking kidding me? I can't cook this. She goes, it's gonna take like a few hours. And she goes, we'll cook it, but I don't think anybody. But it doesn't matter because we made, all Italian food, and it just took up the whole
Well, the whole
chunk of
point
the.
is, did you eat? I mean, yeah, we
Oh
ate
yeah,
Thanksgiving,
too
ate
much,
food, felt
too
fat.
much. Yeah.
Well, gaming, so that's what we were talking about. This is the holidays, this is Thanksgiving, so this is the
Yes.
season of giving. So our show today was gifting each other games for each other to play.
Right.
And so for Paul, I picked Mouthwashing, and for me, he picked,
Dispatch.
there you go. And so we just played these over the last 2 weeks, and I went ahead and played his mouthwashing again. That's the second time I played it. I just wanted to make sure we could have a conversation about it because all I got out of him was, "What the fuck is this game, man? What? I don't even know. There's a giraffe coming out of the sky. What do I do?" So yeah, that's all I got, and I was worried he wasn't going to make it through it. So I played it again.
Nah. It's good. It's good. No. So yeah. So let me get back to my notes. Sorry about that. I wasn't. I
You can
wasn't.
read your mouthwashing Wikipedia.
Mouthwashing is a first-person psychological horror game developed by Wrong Organ and published by Critical Reflex. It's on Steam, and it has overwhelming positive reviews that mostly, I guess, I agree with now after the fact. Because when I played it, it was all like, why are we eating this person? Or why is the mouthwash poison? You know?
Well, I mean, drinking mouthwash in general to get drunk is not the best idea, but alcoholics do it.
No, but I've seen it, and it's horrific. I just, what's funny to me is just it's a very PS1-ish type game.
It is. So set up the game. Tell me about the beginning of the game. What happens?
All right. So the game is about this space freighter that flies and carries mouthwash. That also is some type of commodity somewhere. But it crashes. The plane crashes. Ultimately, you're stranded with your crew, and the resources are dwindling, of course. And everyone is going crazy because they're all cabin fever. Nobody can get out, and it crashes, right? So there's two sides to this story. There's the crashed part, and then there's the non-crashed part. And they flip back and forth like some type of Tarantino.
They're constantly doing time changes, so it's like it'll be like 9 days before the event, or 4 days before the crash, or in the feed. Yeah, so you skip around constantly, and you're constantly keeping track of what time am I in.
Plus, you get to see the level of people's sanity in each.
Yeah, that's what's cool. Is like when you go into one of those red days, you're like, they've lost their shit already. This is
right. Yeah, no, yeah, definitely. And it's like, okay, what are we doing here now? I was not a fan of the slow dialogue. I found myself like skipping through dialogue so
The whole point of the game is the story. It's a story game.
Not reading it. Don't get me wrong. I was reading it. It was just like I knew what they were going to say, so it was like spamming the mouse button through it. Which, by the way, I had to use an old gaming laptop to play this because it's on Steam and it's on Windows, so I couldn't play it on my Mac. I even went so far as to download, because Mac will run Windows in a window, believe it or not, called VirtualBox.
Really?
And it's free. Yeah. So I went and I started to do that, but I didn't have a whole bunch of plugins and shit and stuff. But my daughter, who's also a gamer, she's like, I have an old gaming laptop you can use, but it's got to stay plugged in the whole time. I was like, done. So I took that, and that's what I played it on.
So let me set up the characters and stuff here, because so like you said, you crash land. You have what's 5 or 6 characters here. There's Jimmy, who you're playing as most of the time,
right?
And Jimmy is not the captain, but he's become the acting captain because the captain, Curly, has lost limbs, has been fried to death. He was part of the explosion, the crash, and he's mutilated, and you're basically feeding him painkillers to keep him alive on a gurney.
Yeah, there's nothing like a paraplegic addicted to oxy.
The nurse yeah, it's so creepy feeding him his pills too.
It is, because they make you open the mouth.
Yeah, they open his mouth and pop him in there, and he's staring at you with his one eyeball.
And it's just like.
So then there's his nurse, Anya, but the thing is, Anya's losing her sanity quick. Like she's not doing good.
Yeah.
And she has a big moment later in the game. And then we got Swansea, who's the old man here. He's the veteran of this company. They're a delivery company.
Yeah.
And he's had enough shit from everybody, and he treats everybody like crap, and he's a blue collar worker and all this kind of shit. Cranky mechanic is what I wrote down. Cranky mechanic.
Okay.
He's the mechanic guy. You got Daisuke, who looks like an Asian dude, I believe. That's he's kind of naive. He's young. He's an intern. He was just kind of very naive, and something hideously horrible happens to him, which is one of the little shocking moments. But it's pretty. I don't know. It's pretty funny, but also horrible. And that's pretty much it. Those are the 4 or 5 characters, and you start to see how their interactions are with each other. There's backstabbing, there's betrayal, there's all kinds of different things.
You're on this ship doing a job, and then you crash, and then now there's nothing left, and you just kind of like you're delving into a psychological horror, so to speak, that's like more psychological because everybody's going crazy.
And it starts at the beginning. They talk about how we have enough food for like 4 months. Okay, our oxygen's gonna run out before that. We got enough food. We're doing good. They're baking a birthday cake together, celebrating a birthday. They're actually palling around with each other and kind of getting along. And then you see this devolve into some psychosis where everybody's turning on each other and at each other's throat and stuff. I said there's a life lesson or something to consider during this whole game, that they repeat this phrase multiple times, but you didn't catch what it was?
Was it be careful, or
No.
when it flashes those words? You mean?
Oh, well, no, that's just all for effect. No, they
Oh,
said it a couple times. They say, "I like to believe that our worst moments don't make us monsters." And that's repeated
oh,
three times in the game.
is it
Because
really?
what they're showing here with all these people, they're all experiencing, or they have experienced, or they are in their worst moments.
Right.
And now, do we judge somebody by the lowest they've been, if they've been able to pull themselves back up? Or does that make them a monster for things that they've done in the past? Can you atone for your sins? This is all the meaning behind what the game is doing.
And that's
Um,
fine because the one of the reviews you read around online, because all you kept saying is that this game got 9 out of 10. It's like everywhere it's like plastered that it's this amazing game, right? And and part of the way through you know what it was that I wasn't really reading into the game. So like one of the reviews that you'll read over and over online is about how great the writing is.
and you're
I
sitting there
didn't
skipping that's why I'm like, you're skipping the
but I
text.
didn't particularly find it groundbreaking writing. It wasn't like Gatsby, but they did a good job of exploring everyone's thoughts and emotional baggage. That's definitely what they did. The dialogue was slow, is what I'm saying. So it's a short game, but at the same time, it does keep you focused on the storyline, and it avoids filler concepts that sometimes muddy stories a lot of times. So, like about three-quarters of the way through the story, it gets very, very deep by like playing the guilt and involving your background, what you're dealing with, some of the decisions you have to make on a daily. And it goes into multiple player like fever dreams that convey the story too, as well, but it stays focused on the main story,
That
you
last
know?
half hour, the last 30, 40 minutes, or it's only, I beat it in 2 hours and
Oh,
15
yeah.
minutes this time, but the
Yeah,
last
that
30, 40 minutes or so,
is crazy.
nonsensical way the hell out there. It's
Oh,
just
yeah.
things happening, nothing making sense, coming at you. Yeah, and you don't you can try to assign meaning to it, but this is a story-based game. That was the whole point of it, was to tell the story of a crew falling apart and going into
Right.
psychosis. Do they kill each other? Do they commit suicide? Do they blow things up? Do they attack each other? Like what happens when you're
And
at
I
your
have to,
lowest and you have
yeah.
no choice but to die? Like,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah. And it just starts over. And the game uses, like, at first, what I thought were glitches, right? I thought they were
oh, I
like,
love that, the stutter.
because yeah, the stutter and the glitching, because again, remember, I'm playing this on a gaming laptop from 2018 that my daughter said was broken, so I'm just attributing the glitches to like her machine.
It throws you off at
But
first. You're like, what happened?
yeah,
Did the
but then
game
the
break?
glitches keep happening. No, the game never broke or anything. It just
Kind of like your
um
shoulder glitching right now. Fix the mic again. Put it. You're glitching like crazy. You put the mic
did
down or something.
I didn't
Up.
even uh,
Thank you.
so
We're gonna get it fixed, guys. We're gonna freaking get it fixed.
so um it was glitchy at first, and I thought it was just my machine, but it wasn't. And then they use the glitches to its advantage, and it starts to blur the boundaries between crew members' memories and hallucinations. It's using the glitches as like, this is what they remember, and this is what you remember. Like, and I just was thought that was like really cool the way
It
they
just
did that.
interrupts you too. You can be like, well, what do I do next? I don't even know. You turn around and start walking the opposite direction, and it glitches you, and you're just like, wait, everything freezes up. You get the stutter,
Right.
and it just moves on
However,
to
they did great doing that, but after a while, it got to be a little too much. Like, and
it. Well, it starts to interrupt you more and more. It starts going
yeah,
faster.
and the
Yeah,
linear story, it made me feel like this was an interactive movie at one point than
it's
a
supposed to
game.
be.
And it just kind of like, so, you know, you find things like food packets, and then you'll flash into a memory of like having to make a cocktail to knock somebody out. You know, like just
Yeah, it's constantly flashing around, and that's just it. It makes it a little tough to keep track of. But
part
there's
of it
some.
takes away from the story element. I'm not saying that, you know, I'm not 100%. Like, I don't go that way 100%. I'm just saying part of it takes a little bit away when it starts glitching like a lot, a lot. And
Yeah, and it just picks up as you go towards the end, because it's like steamrolling towards the finish. And
right.
the big finish addresses that
The money
question.
shot,
A
as they
question.
say
Don't
in
say it. Don't
Hollywood.
say anything about it. It addresses that thing again. Is like, do your worst moments make you a monster? Because one of the
Right.
characters goes and believes he totally redeems himself, and yet it just doesn't make sense what he decides to do. So it's like, but he's doing
Yeah,
it. It's like a redemption thing. It's a redemption. He doesn't want to be the monster, so he's going to do the right thing.
I don't
And
think I
so,
started paying attention until the giraffe was coming out of the ceiling.
is it a
That's when
giraffe or a horse? He
that's
tells me
when I
this thing that keeps
started.
like getting him, and I'm like, well, it's blind. Stop
Jeffrey the
walking.
giraffe from Toys R Us comes out and starts breathing on you,
All right,
and
so
he
you give
just
me your overall review of mouthwashing then.
so overall the game and the gameplay itself is simple and straightforward, right? More like walking simulator, but not that bad. Light puzzles aren't really that hard to figure out, but they will frustrate you. But what creates the focus and it keeps the story squarely on the narrative and the tension between the crew members and the immersion. Um, it was great. By the end, it was great. It's one of those things like, so you ever listen to somebody at work over and over talk about a show, right? For me, it was Severance. I don't know if you've watched this show,
It didn't stick
but
with me. It was too weird. I couldn't keep track of whatever.
right. But it's like a show that somebody keeps talking about that you have to play, and then you go to play it, and it's very slow to you, right? But it wasn't until I got three-quarters of the way through that it all started to come together in my brain, and I was like, "Oh, that's why this is this. Oh, that's why this is this."
I
And
agree with that.
it got so interesting. The last 45 minutes, I couldn't put it down. So overall, it's simple, it's straightforward, it's very slow, but the story comes together magnificently at the end. It really
Yeah.
does.
Yeah, it
It's
does pick up steam. So
it's
I'll agree with that. It does start out slow, and
it's
you
the
have to
walking
be.
simulator you have to play.
I love walking
Yes.
sims. They're one of my favorite genres. In fact, I was looking on the Steam sales today, and I typed in walking sim first and went through all of them.
Right. Well,
I like those slow games that as long as it's story based, if it's got a story that's going to attract me then and keep me interested, then I'm all for it. So I
right.
liked it.
So overall, yeah, that was my thing. That was me in Mouthwash.
All
Now,
right. Well,
I
I
was
got
excited
the
about
privilege of playing Dispatch, and I'm so happy he picked this for
Dispatch.
me. Like I never know what he's gonna say when he's looking for a game because sometimes he surprises me and I'm like, holy shit, what made you pick that?
Oh,
Like that's amazing. Yes. And he's like, I don't know, it fucking had a picture of a dog on it or something.
I just yeah.
No, so he picks Dispatch, and I already knew about it. It's a narrative game based on superheroes. And so this part is going to be me talking a lot because he did not play the game. I'm going to give you kind of my consensus of this.
I will only
Um,
tell you one thing about Dispatch.
huh.
Um, I picked it out on a whim, not because I was like Josh would like this or anything like that, or it just I was clickbaited.
Yeah,
I
by
was
them standing at urinals, probably. That's exactly why I
standing
thought
at
you picked it.
urinals.
Yeah,
Underneath it said somebody's got to manage the heroes or something to that effect.
yeah.
And I was just like, oh, and I clicked on it and I watched the trailer and I was like, here you go. That was
No, that
it.
was my
That
first
was
thought
it.
when you sent it to me. I'm like, he picked it because it's a bunch of people standing at urinals.
Yeah.
That was actually my first thought.
Superheroes are
I
standing
shit
at
you not.
urinals.
I'm like, he
Superheroes.
knows nothing about this game, but I'm glad he picked it.
I was like, that's right. After he was telling me how awesome it was, texting him back, and I'm like, yeah, it is because I'm fucking awesome. That's how it works.
Yeah, I knew he had no idea what he was doing. I'm just happy he picked it. So I love narrative games. Narrative games are stuff like Life is Strange, The Quarry, Until Dawn,
Yeah, right,
lesser known one which everybody should play called As Dusk Falls. Remember that one? Check it out. Crazy art style, really good story.
right.
I just love having it is story based, just like I was saying I love about mouthwashing, where it's going to give you a whole flux of emotions, and it's going to take you up and down through this journey in this game, and it's dramatic, and that's what I love is the drama in these games.
So how does it start?
All right, so right away it throws you. Oh, let me say first, this is by Ad Hoc Studios. I want to have them recognition. So Telltale, everybody knows Telltale games. That's the Walking Dead series and stuff like that. They did Wolf Among Us, also a great one. Love those, but some of the employees that used to work for them, they branched off and they made Ad Hoc Studios. So Ad Hoc is, I believe this is their first thing, Dispatch, and it's from people that already have the experience of making Telltale games. So this is a comic and villain, superhero villain type thing, and right away it throws you into it. You've got your let me get to my
It
guys
doesn't
here.
explain anything.
It just starts you with in a battle, and that's what I love about it. Right away, it takes you, and
Okay.
you're in action. Your Mecha Man's there. He's like, there's a dude hanging a guy over the ledge, gonna drop him to his death, and like superheroes are coming in and stuff. And like within the first 10 minutes, there's like a superhero that's hanging dong right there, and it's just flopping around. You're like, wait, whoa, this is a different type of game.
Right, right.
And so what the premise of the game is that Mecha Man, who is the hero of the city,
Right.
He's just a normal human though inside a giant invincible mech suit. His
Yeah.
suit gets blown up. He's now just your average Joe. Nobody knows who was actually in the Mecha Man suit. But he still, is going to work with heroes. So he gets put in a desk job being a dispatcher for a bunch of Z-list ex supervillains trying to become heroes. Okay.
Okay.
So dispatcher for Z-list ex supervillains.
He works as a dispatcher. It just opens up with you like this is a normal thing.
Well, it just shows a little bit of his past, of his history and stuff like that, and how he kicks
that
ass and all
superheroes
that.
have dispatchers. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so that's the gameplay of it is actually, sorry, we're having video issues right now, I can tell, and you guys just so it's sorry it's skipping. Um, that that's the gameplay of it, aspect of it. So you'd get these sections where it's like 20 minutes of narration. You go through picking conversational choices and stuff, creating drama. There's plenty of characters to interact with. I'll go over in a minute. And then you
Okay.
get to these dispatch points, one per chapter, one or two per chapter, where you send out the villains, the heroes, they're trying to be heroes, the heroes to
Okay.
the different areas to complete tasks, whether it's like rescuing a cat out of a tree or speaking in front of a bunch of people to be inspirational or,
Okay.
beating the shit out of somebody.
Right.
All the characters, they have their own stats where it comes to like, their power, their vigor, their charisma, their mobility and stuff. And so it creates like a kind of a star depending on where their stats fall on this hexagon. And so every
Okay.
every character has their own shape, okay? And that's the shape
Right.
that you upgrade depending on the different various abilities. And each mission that you're trying to accomplish has a shape also in those varying abilities. You don't know what that is. So you're hoping
Okay.
that you send out the right characters for the right mission, and then it does this overlapping thing where what the mission required and what the characters have will cross over, and then it'll pinball around in it and make sure that you've landed within the green zone where they overlap. And that's how you do the missions. It's fully
Okay.
text-based. It's
All right.
fully, I tried to explain that as clear as possible. It's fully text-based, and you're just seeing a screen and just sending little guys out on a map. It's such a departure from the intensity of the actual like story and stuff, but
Can
I ended
I
up
can
loving
I
it.
can I interrupt you for a
Yeah.
second? When you say that, I think of a game from back in the day. Um,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
before there were console, well, right when Atari crashed and there was no real consoles to save the day, we all had the Commodore 64, right? And on the Commodore 64 was a game called Kennedy Approach, and it was basically being an air traffic controller at the largest airport in the world, Kennedy Airport in New York City. And that's what I think about when you say it's text based, because it was just a screen and you underneath typing text to the different pilots like, go below 5,000. Oh shit, your wing's going to hit this guy. Is that what you mean by text
No, I
based?
mean it's all text interactions, and they're having conversations. Here's where you get to know the heroes too, because
Yeah,
they're all
but
having
there's
conversations with
graphics.
each other. It's just a map. You're just looking at a map and
When
sending
you say
people out on
text
the
based,
map.
I'm thinking of Zork.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not typing anything in. I'm just saying the
Oh, okay.
interactions, like you don't see battles. You don't see anything happening. It's like rolls of dice, basically.
Oh,
And
oh,
it
oh.
tells you whether you're successful or not based on how your abilities coincide with the mission. So it
Okay.
ended up getting really interesting. You level up stuff. You get special abilities where like if you pair up this one and this one, these heroes
Right.
together, they have a synergy together, or like special things that could clone yourself or like create other ways to make it easier. And it was a really cool kind of gameplay mechanic that plays out through the whole thing. So
Okay.
the gameplay part of it, awesome. The story part of it, so good. All right. So,
Now I gotta buy it. Thanks.
um,
Okay.
so we got I'm gonna go through the characters here. So, Mecha Man, Robert, uh, like I said, average dude, but he's always defended the city in a mech. He's
Okay.
now just being an average guy. These super villains trying to become heroes, they all hate him. He walks in there like
Right.
this puny little man is gonna lead all these, boss all these heroes around. So we've got the first one that you meet is Phenomena Man. And Phenomena Man looks like the guy with the mustache from Invisible, or
Okay.
Invincible or something like that, that other
Yeah.
comic thing.
The
Totally
Invincibles.
looks like
The
him.
You mean the family, the Disney movie,
No,
The
no, 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 no,
Incredibles?
no.
Oh,
I'm not even gonna try and explain it.
okay.
Uh,
I forget.
so Phenomena Man is a alien being, but he's posing as a human, and he's currently dating the um, blonde Blazer. Okay, she's a very attractive blonde superhero,
I knew a
and
transvestite that was blonde blazer in New York City. Okay, sorry.
What happens when Mecha Man Robert meets Blonde Blazer for the first time? He meets her at a bar. He accidentally spits in her mouth. He tries to kiss her, and that's when he finds
Oh,
out he's going to be recruited to. And like I said, she's dating Phenomenon, and so this ends up with Phenomenon getting broken up with, and he becomes your character that every now and then he slips into depression, and you can't use him on the missions. He'll just sit there and sulk in the corner.
okay.
I'm so sad. So that's his personality and stuff. It's kind of funny. Invisigal is a super villain, one of the worst, and she becomes a love interest, but
Okay.
she can hold her breath to go invisible. Problem is, she has asthma. So she runs out of air while she's trying to stay invisible, and that plays into the missions and stuff like that, where, if she loses her inhaler, she can't save herself and go invisible and all this kind of stuff.
Right,
So
right.
you've got Sonar, who's a Harvard graduate, but he turned into part bat, part man. He has two characters you can play as, where he's the Harvard graduate in the suit as the bat or the man bat, and then he goes into the Batman, which has different stats for him also.
Right, right.
You got Flambe, who's a super charismatic, total. Well, actually, they even say it.
Flambe.
They say Flambe is a certified cocky dickhead. That's
That's
actually what they say
classic.
in the game.
That's a
He's a
classic name.
Latin lover that controls the flame. He
Yeah.
controls the flame. You got
Go
Punch
on.
Up. Punch Up is a card.
These are all my gay porn names that I was going to use when I
Oh, it
when
could
nothing
Flambe. He totally looks like it. Yeah, yeah, he's
when nothing
definitely doing something
when,
like that.
when
That's for
things
sure.
didn't pan out in California for me from the move to New York. These are all going to be my gay porn names.
Well, then you'd love this one. This guy's named Punch Up. He is a carnival strongman, super strong. Yeah,
Okay.
Punch Up. Uh-huh. And but he's 3'8", so he's a tiny person that's a carnival strongman. Oh, and he's got a big, well, mustache.
Moustache.
You got Malevola, okay, who's like a she demon, and she's got magic swords and stuff. She can teleport and demon horns and everything, and she's cool. I made her my everyday like average stat person. So
Oh,
basically,
okay.
throwing her extra into a mission just benefited everybody. So she
It's-
became easy to use with anyone. It was cool.
right, right.
You've got Gollum, who looks like Clayface from Batman. He's a living mud, a sentient mud.
So his
Um,
name is Gollum?
Gollum, yeah, yeah, and
Did
he's
they?
just
Is that copyrighted? Isn't that like?
no, they can't copyright. Gollum is also the name of a creature. It's not just the name of the Lord of the Rings guy. Golems are creatures.
Oh, I didn't know that. Like
Prism,
real
who is a
creatures or like fantasy? Like
fantasy stuff. Prism, who is a pop idol that weaponizes light. She can create light bridges and use prism lightning and stuff like that. Like she's really cool.
sounds
She
like
ended
a
up
K-pop band.
and she is a pop star. So
Is
I
it?
gave her top charisma and I gave her intelligence and power, and she ended up becoming my most used character out of all of them. Like
Right.
I send her in, I know that mission's getting accomplished. She was cool.
Okay.
And then the bad guy of all this is Shroud. And Shroud killed Robert's father, who was Mecha Man before him, and his grandfather, who was it's this lineage of Shroud hating Mecha Man and his
Yeah, yeah.
family. And Shroud is like a Doctor Doom looking character. So
Okay.
those are all the characters. They're awesome. You get to know them really well, because there's so much interaction. There's a love interest where you can go with, of course, the Blue Blazer lady, or you can go with Invisigal. And I was joking about this online because
Is there a lot of reading?
it's listening. It's playing a movie,
Okay.
and
All right.
you make conversational decisions that affect your changes. Everything you decide affects your outcomes, and so you do kind of have to pick a love interest here. And the
Uh,
Blazer, she just seemed kind of boring. She was real nice. She was cute. She was attractive. But then there's Invisigal, who used to go by Invisibitch, and
ah,
she's got an attitude, nose piercing. She's
yeah, yeah.
super like straightforward, sexual, like at you. It's like everything I don't want in a woman, but
Right. Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
was attracted to her the most. And so I was joking about online. I'm like, God, why am I attracted to Visigal? She's so toxic. And I'm like, oh yeah, my previous
Yeah,
relationships.
yeah.
Hmm. So what's funny is I ended the game with the trophy that I didn't pick in either girl. I fucked up both my relationships, so I didn't
Okay.
end up with either of them,
Right.
and that's what can happen. And the other trophies I got towards the end, um, what were they? Let's see. Failed as a mentor trophy. I completely failed as a mentor in a big moment, and I kept romance out of the workplace,
Okay.
and that was it. And then I screwed up a big fight at the end that could have gone differently. There's so many points in this game where things could go massively differently that I'd love to
Right.
play it again, because that's what these games are for. It could completely become a different game. There's a choice in the beginning where you can get rid of one of two characters. And what's
Okay.
crazy is the one I got rid of in the beginning comes back and fights against me at the end. Now, would it have been different if I got rid of the other one? Like, I don't know. There's so many options with this
Now, are
game. So,
you a superhero as the dispatcher?
yeah, I told you that's Robert. He's Mecha Man.
Okay.
He's just a
Oh,
regular.
he's
He's a
Mega Man. Oh,
yeah.
okay.
He's
Okay.
just a regular dude now, though. He
I missed
doesn't.
that part.
That all comes together in the end. But yeah. So the main thing is you are Robert, and you're trying to manage all these crazy ass supervillains that all have an attitude. But there's you go through the ups and downs. They bond and unite. They go through all these phases of it, and they all come together at the end. And so it's super heartwarming and it's awesome. And I recommend everybody that likes narrative games play it. Sorry for
Okay.
rambling so long, but I wanted you guys really to
No,
know how cool, how great this game is. Ad
I'm
Hoc
glad
Studios
that.
did an amazing job.
Yeah, I love it when games come together and they really like inspire you to like see different things and say and experience different things. That's the whole reason I'm in love with The Last of Us. It's because it made you feel something you didn't feel before. You
Yeah,
know, and it's hard to top every single time, but people
you're
do it.
gonna have to
So
branch out and like other games eventually.
no, meaning other games do it, jerk.
Hated it.
Edit it.
No, I'm saying a lot of games do it. I'm just saying it gets harder and harder for people to
Right.
do that. So I'm glad that you found a game that really like was able to like branch out like that for you.
Yeah, I've been
Because you
telling everybody
play
about
like
it.
800 games a
Oh
week,
yeah, it's
and I
hard.
play
It's
one, if that, to be ready for this show.
there's certain games that I'll play that I will just rave about and push in everybody's face. Like you gotta play this because it's always stuff that's not as heard of. But Dispatch is getting good note. Like it's got 9 out of 10s and 10s out of 10s everywhere. And it's getting a lot of notoriety right now as a great game to
Right.
play. Streamers are playing it everywhere. So play Dispatch.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Well,
and once
that's
again,
it.
guys, I realize the video is just fucking up nonstop. I can't do anything about it. I apologize. It's just kind of the way it is right now. So,
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I mean, I checked my
gaming
speed.
news.
Yeah. All right, hold on.
And now it's time for gaming news.
Thanks, Kent. So this week, I don't know. I'm at a loss for a couple of things, but I don't know about you, but I had to look up the handheld called Evercade. Did you hear about this?
Oh yeah, it's been out for years.
It has been, right?
Yeah,
Why
they
did I
limited
forget?
limited run games sells it and sells the games for it.
But now, so Activision released Collection 1 on the Evercade.
What does it include? It's all old games.
It's all, well, yeah, it's all like Pitfall and tennis and Freeway and Fishing Derby, which was great. There are 2,600 games that were listed on Evercade. And I mean, you're not going to pick this up and be like, I'm so addicted to this Pitfall game. You know, you're not going to like, you're going to pick it up for 10 seconds. And you'll be like, this game sucks. And you can put it down, but it's going to bring back nostalgia like every freaking thing else that's out on the market today.
Well,
Especially
they actually
Black
captured a
Friday.
little part of the market. It was surprising because there's so many of these type of things now. But they created kind of an exclusive little console to be sold on limited run games, and they started manufacturing their own physicals for it. That's kind of a risk right there,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
especially when you're just rehashing old games. But they were able to get a little niche market with they have a few models now of the Evercade, and they've released quite a few things. You can play PS1 stuff on there. They got the Tomb Raider stuff on there and stuff. So there's
Yeah.
a pretty good assortment of games, and it's a pretty specific market. I'm surprised it's actually held in there. So
But I bring this all up because how many of these handhelds do we need? So now
that's what I'm saying. There's too much of this
Atari
shit. Yeah.
has three different ones that you could buy, not including the Intellivision Sprint. Atari's just one big nostalgia machine, and I'm sure it's selling because they're building a hotel in Vegas. So obviously they're making money from somewhere.
Yeah, well, I'm going to give you my side of the news on that because I mentioned to you guys a couple weeks ago that Atari is releasing series of controllers with their
Right.
own personal brand. They're with tax and with shipping, they're $185, and there's nothing special about them. They don't have special. I mean, these are twice the price of PlayStation 5's DualSense special limited edition controllers. They're literally twice the price. So I went ahead and ordered one because I am a controller collector. And you
Say
know what? If
say
if
say
they're only
what
going
they
to make
are one more time. I
huh?
need to Google this again because I
They don't
forgot.
the page 404s now. It's just
Oh,
you just type in
okay.
Atari DualSense controller. But they made a Switch Pro controller and they were making an Xbox One now too. So I ordered it a couple weeks ago and then I got a letter a couple days ago that said we can't meet production. We're canceling your order. The thing is, when I ordered, there were still 60 something left of them. It's not like I was like one of the last ones to do it. And so I don't. And now when you click on the page to go find the controllers themselves, it 404s. So I don't
Oh,
know. I
I'm
don't know if they
actually looking
canceled.
at it right now, the 404 page, which is
Yeah, so I
interesting.
don't know if they scrapped production on the entire thing. I still haven't gotten my refund yet, which I'm kind of relieved because I didn't really want it. I don't love Atari, but I do love limited edition, limited to 200 copies controllers.
You sound like Al Pacino there. I just watched Godfather 3 last night during Thanksgiving. Every time I get out, they pull me back in.
Seriously though, that's how it's like a compulsion in my head when a limited edition controller releases, I have to freaking have it whether I like it or not.
How
Like
many
I didn't even
controllers
like
do you have?
the stupid God of War one. Where is it? Is it sitting here? It's up there. The God of War one, like, I did not like how it looked whatsoever, but I ordered it day one. I woke up at 7 a.m. to make sure I got myself one.
Yeah, yeah.
It
I'm
just,
actually, I'm
it's a
actually
compulsion.
fascinated by this DualSense controller. I'm looking at images of it. It's pretty sweet.
It's just not the aesthetic isn't for me. If you like the old wood grain Atari, it's totally cool looking.
No,
But
that's what I mean. It's cool looking. It looks like
yeah.
an old Atari. So I'm just looking at images. Even though I click on it, it goes to that 404 page. Um,
What other news you got?
Captain Alex Designs. It's made by a guy, I guess he calls himself Captain
Yeah, Alex,
Alex.
and that's what the thing sent me. They canceled Captain Alex controller, and I'm like, what the who the hell's Alex?
I wonder why. That's that's like one of those investigative stories that it's like you gotta like listen to like forensic files, like
I have a friend that ordered one too online that he said he hasn't gotten a cancellation yet, so I'm gonna wait and see if anything
Oh,
happens with
okay.
him. So I don't know.
Yeah, definitely keep me posted on that one.
What else you got?
Um, so let me see here. Let me turn the page. So, the only other thing that I was like I can't get over how many like when it's Black Friday, like you would think it's like some type of like a purge type weird type script of the purge they never released. Like, oh my god, it's 40% off. Let's go. And it just I was trying to look for news earlier, and it's just like everything's about what's on sale.
It's commercialism. It's the
If
time
you
for
don't buy
commercialism.
this, you're missing out on the best deal ever. And
But half of it's lies, and
it's
that's
like
what I can't stand.
Polygon. Come on, like I've expected better. I
I'd say back in the day, in the 90s and 2000s and stuff, these Black Friday deals were pretty legit, where you had to show up to the store and
yes,
get this stuff. But
back
now
then.
I swear to God, they just do a markup and then they discount back to normal price on so much shit, and they yell at
Oh
you it's
yeah,
40% off. And I see it on Amazon all the time. It's like the sticker where it's a set 179 MSRP, and then
right.
they put the sticker, and then you can see it was originally that, and then all they did was put it back down to the same price.
Yeah, yeah, and
It's
it's like what was I? You send me a link because my DualSense control. Speaking of DualSense controllers,
oh yeah,
mine
he
broke,
went and bought a controller 2 weeks before Black Friday. Way to go.
and then I canceled it. The
Oh
guy was like,
good. Yeah, they're all
like
54.99 now.
I'm gonna put this out there. I don't know this guy, but he was on eBay, and when I canceled it. So mad,
Oh yeah,
so
don't
mad,
fuck with eBay people.
and they just like I was just like, bro, it's what
No, they're not
I
businesses,
gave
they're
you
people.
time. I gave you time. It wasn't like I canceled it the day before it arrived or that I returned it, but I got this long message about how he now needs to. It became comical after a while. And he's like, now I need to repost it. I wasted all this time, all my money. And I'm like, bro, take it down a notch. Who the
He's
hell?
being
You're not
dramatic, but yeah, he'll have to
Toys
repost it
R
and
Us.
stuff.
Like, he just like, and I said, well, how does the refund work? And then he texted me. He's like, well, now I got to call them. Call them? I said,
No, you don't.
I texted him. I said, what year is this? What are you talking about? Like, I just,
This is why I got out of the buy sell trade stuff, because I got so sick of dealing with people. Every person wants some shitty discount, and every person is gonna give you crap over. Like I've never really had any deals go wrong, and I made a lot of money selling stuff, but I
right,
just got
right.
tired of dealing with the person that everybody wants to undercut you. You give them a discount, they ask for $3 more off. Like
Yeah.
you it just gets so annoying dealing with people
Well, because
because
people want it for free. That's
and it's just so it's the same
why
thing.
thrift
Don't
stores exist.
eBay sellers are going to be shitty to you unless they actually, run a legitimate business and
I
it'll
haven't
be
been
more
on
customer
eBay.
service.
Like, this is the first time I've bought something off of eBay since
Just make sure you know what you're buying.
2018. And I was just like, I'm out. I can't. Like, I got my refund. I'm like, I'm done.
And a good example
So,
of Black Friday bullshit is Nintendo once again, one of my favorite companies. Nintendo announced their big sale on all their freaking games. All right, well, they
yeah,
took the games that have been out for years, like literally, I'm talking about like Super Mario Deluxe and like a bunch of stuff that's been out 5, 7 years, and they marked
yeah.
it down, you guys. They marked it down for you to
They,
$45 a game. $45 a game. What a deal. And they've only been out 5, 6, 7 years. Well, who cares, right? Nintendo doesn't give a shit. That's what I'm
some
talking about. It's
people would
stupid.
say Good Samaritan.
Super Smash Brothers,
They're
7 years
doing the Lord's
later,
work.
still going 45, $48,
They're doing the Lord's work. What do you want from them?
Stupid
they're
company.
feeding all of LA with their $45
I just thought it was so funny because I saw the big thing pop up today for Nintendo, and I was like, and that's their deals. Once
Right.
again, it is
Yeah,
crap.
yeah.
As for other stuff, I just got fun things. Stranger Things season 5 just started. I went ahead and marathon season 4 like the week before so I could catch up. I'm back in it now. I'm kind of excited. However, now I've actually had forced in my face the possible endings for the series. And let's just say if they follow through on what the internet's saying about the Dungeons and Dragons game, I'm going to be severely
Right.
disappointed and pissed off.
Whatever.
So I won't go into detail on you look up the conspiracy idea or whatever if you
Yeah,
yourself.
it's very storied and very long. It just proves that there are people who just have nothing else to talk about.
Yeah, if they're
Like,
right, who knows? They've analyzed that. People analyze the shit out of stuff that even the creators have no idea. So
Oh, of course, of course. That's what made me, and John would hate this, but that's why when I talk about Breaking Bad being an amazing script, because the guy who wrote it, he back checked like every single little detail because he
Mhm.
knew people were gonna say shit, like oh, you can't. I don't know. Did you ever watch Breaking Bad?
Oh yeah, it was a great
Yeah.
show. One of my favorites.
The part where they steal all that ethanol out of the train
Hmm.
by setting up a blockage, they actually timed that. They actually ran through the time, and because they knew people were going to be like, you can't actually empty that train in that amount of time and stuff like that. So that's what I'm talking about. He fact checked like every little thing because he knew people online.
Oh yeah, some creators really go into it. And they do the things on purpose. The hints and stuff in the beginning of the season. What they're saying is that the ending was already recorded in the first season. So
Right.
we'll have to see. And then for fun news. I'm a big Star Trek fan. I'm currently watching every single Star Trek series, and I'm almost done. I've got 2 left, except for the original series. I have no interest in that.
You mean the one
Lego.
from the 60s?
Yeah, I don't care about that one.
Oh, okay.
Lego went ahead and announced they have rights now to Star Trek, and so they can finally start producing Star Trek stuff. And they announced the USS Enterprise for $400.
Wow.
And I don't do Lego that much. I've done maybe 3. I just finished another 4th set in my adult years, and I've done them all in the last year or so, and it's been fun. But boy, I would love. I had it pulled up last night when it dropped at midnight, and just sitting there looking at it. It was in stock. It's sold out today completely, and will be for a while. It was there, just looking at me, and I'm like, I can't justify $400. I can't. I cannot.
You have to.
I can't
You're
do
gonna
it.
have to one day teach me how you spam quick enough to buy these things.
I'm subscribed to certain people on X that notify me the second things go live, and
But
I have
even
all their
still,
I have all their
I
alerts
did
on.
that with PlayStation 5 when it came out. And
Yeah.
I was like on Walmart, and it would be out of stock within seconds.
It's rare I don't get what I want with these alerts I have. So
Right.
or if I get screwed in the queue or whatever, and I'm waiting, I never get a chance to buy it, then that's just that. But usually I get what I'm trying to get.
Yeah.
But yeah, I passed it up, and I just couldn't justify it. And then my that about a half hour later, my friend messages me, "I got one."
I just,
Jesus Christ!
I hate you.
And he's not even employed.
I bet.
I'm like, you son of a bitch. You drive for fucking DoorDash, and you just bought a Star Trek Enterprise. I hate you so much right now.
Oh, I did have one story that I wanted to talk about, and it's our favorite game, Blueprints. One is that Blueprints 2 will never happen, according to creator, but a Riven-style sequel could pass. Riven, being the sequel to Myst, was also impossible. And adding to the story, like the story derivative from what I read this week, was how they said they won't translate Blueprints into other languages because the final puzzle is too impossible to solve.
Crazy. I've always wondered about going back to it because I thought I was
did
really
too,
far, and
but
I
the
wasn't
more
really
I
far.
read about how impossible the game is to finish,
Yeah.
and I'm like, that kind of turns me off. It's great, it's a great game. I'll always love it. Just knowing you can't get to the end kind of like puts you a little damper on your lips.
Or that it's just difficult. Plenty of people have beaten it. I don't know that I have the patience for it. It was really cool.
I'm sure people have beaten it, but just to like not translate it because it's too hard. It just cracks me up. But
so here's what we got for the future. Next week, we're gonna try and beat it by. I have to record on Thursday next week if we do it though, because I have so many things. I have 2 concerts going on this next week. Plus Saturday I have my company Christmas party. So I got a busy ass freaking week. Yeah, they're doing that on the 6th of December. We're doing the Christmas party. We're gonna go play miniature golf with some people, I guess. It's not what I want. I don't want to do it, but I have to. So I have a busy week. So if we do it, we're gonna record on Thursday. Otherwise, we're gonna push it back a week. But we're gonna do that game everybody's seen, but some don't really know about.
Yeah.
I have no mouth, but I must scream, which is based on a short story by Harlan Ellison, yeah. And it is one of the top 10 most reprinted short stories in history.
Is that right?
And it was turned into a 1995 game. I don't expect it to be very good, but the thing is, this content, whatever this story is that I know nothing about, is universally revered in one of the most psychologically twisted things about an AI taking over. And so I feel it's applicable in this time, considering we have AI taking over, and it's also being re-released for the first time physically on PS5 at the same time. So I thought we'd do that. And we're going to do that with John. And then also, I just bought Paul a game. Paul's never played a real RPG. He doesn't understand the typical RPG. I reference things that are RPG related, and he just doesn't make any sense of it. So I'm going to make him play an RPG, and it's going to be one that's controversial because a lot of people turned on the series. I know nothing about Dragon Age. I never played any of the games. Dragon Age Veilguard came out, was turned into this big anti-woke bullshit, and a bunch of people hated on it. It failed. It failed pretty miserably, but it got good critical reviews. So I'm gonna make him play like 30 hours on it. We're not talking about it until he's played like 25, 30 hours and given a real RPG a real shot, and then we'll talk about it. But that's the future.
So then, okay, because I've told you I've played RPGs. They're not into it, like Paper Mario, and
I don't think you've experienced what a real RPG is like. That's Disco Elysium is a CRPG. Paper Mario is not a real freaking RPG. You're gonna play something legit, and we're gonna try it.
All right, fine.
All right, and then next week we'll do I Have No Mouth. All right, my friend.
All right, sounds good.
All right.
If you need to know where to find us, it's on Dad's Game Review on Twitter. And Josh?
Josh Games on everything. In fact, I'm on Threads now, and Threads has been a lot of fun. It's kind of it's branched out to I'm not doing just gaming on there like my other social media. It's kind of a little bit of everything. So if you really want to know about me, oh boy, go on Threads and find me.
Who owns Threads?
Facebook. It's a Meta thing.
It's a Meta thing. Okay.
It's the X of Meta. I thought it was stupid as hell when I joined it last year, but now it's become one of my favorite interaction places.
Oh wow, really?
Yep. And then Josh Games for content for my streaming and TikTok. It's Josh Games with a Z at the end.
All right.
All right, people.
Sounds good. All right, thanks, kids. We'll talk to you next week about stuff.
Sorry about the video again.
Yep.